Okay. I haven't went live on YouTube in a minute, so hopefully this works. Oh, you gotta be. Okay. So, can't go live on YouTube, but it's okay because we're recording. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to Becoming the Bridge Masterclass. I am so excited to see, obviously, some of you amazing souls that are already in some of my programs. And I see some people that I know that I have read with or read for. Nicole, Betsy, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for, you know, just answering the call. Okay. So I want a show of hands before we even dive in. The first question that I have for you guys is, have you ever had a gut knowing? Have you ever walked into a room and you knew the energy was off? There was no conversation, there was no physical evidence, but you absolutely knew that something happened there, or there was an argument recently, and you just felt very, very off. Feel free to raise your hand. Oh, everyone's raising their hand. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now I have another question. Have you ever had a knowing? Have you ever had a dream? Have you ever saw something happening before it actually happened? Raise your hand. Perfect. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody and maybe they were going through something and something just came over you to say one sentence and you said something so simple and they just looked at you and they said, that's exactly how I feel. How are you able to put it into words? Now, all of those things that I just spoke about, they're so simple, right? They're just so incredibly simple. Things that, you most likely your human brain wouldn't even think that that was you being psychic, you being intuitive, you being able to connect to something far greater than who and what you are. Okay? Because it's natural. If you guys don't know me, if you don't know my backstory, I'm a psychic medium. I'm a spiritual mentor. And my journey, I mean, I feel like the psychic medium story, they're all kind of similar, where it's like, well, I knew I could speak to spirits when I was younger, right? I've always had this gift and then they shut it down, or, they've never shut it down. My story wasn't like that. And the reason why I'm so passionate about my intuition exercises and everyone learning psychic development is simple, because being psychic is your natural state. Being psychic, being connected to the divine, is what we are meant to be doing. It's what we actually, at our natural state, we're supposed to be. Okay. And my journey really started when I was 30 years old, and I'm 37 and a half now. Okay. I'm not 38 yet. So I'm not saying that I'm almost 38. I'm 37 and a half, and I'm proud of it. Now, my journey started back when I was 30 years old. I had a young baby. He wasn't young. He was about 2 years old, and I had a 4-year-old. And at that time in my life, me and my husband were under a lot of stress, man. We had a growing business and money was leaking out of every way, and it was really scary because we only had one income and I was staying at home with the kids. And my husband was under a lot of financial stress and just stress in general, and he was struggling with anxiety. And me being the uneducated empath that I was at that point, I was feeling all of it. I was feeling how he was feeling. I was so scared. I was so freaked out. And something happened that I can't still, all I can say that it was my guides. And what it was when he was really struggling, it was such a simple whisper. And this is the thing, guys, spirit communication, divine communication, your intuition, it is so quiet. It's so quiet. And even if you are the most intuitive person ever, it's still so incredibly quiet. Okay. Something came over me, and all it said was, you should tell him to meditate. So he did. He meditated. He meditated, and within 7 days, I saw such a dramatic improvement within him, his mood, his overall energy. And I said to myself, if that can do that for him, what can it do for me? So I began meditation. I did not go into this world wanting to be psychic, or even, it wasn't even an idea in my head of, I want to be a psychic medium. I, at that point in time, was desperate to just quiet my mind. In that point in time, I just wanted to be more patient with my kids. I wanted to be more patient with my husband and myself. I wanted the chatter in my mind to just silence. I wanted to be able to have a little more control over the thoughts that I was thinking. I wanted to be happier. So I started meditating, and my journey took me down a different road than it did my husband. And when I started to go deeper and deeper into my meditation, spirit showed up. And it came to a point where my psychic abilities and my connection to spirit, it was just naturally getting stronger with meditation. This wasn't with psychic development circles and exercises. It was just because of meditation. And then I took the plunge and said, I want to see what this is all about, why I'm able to get evidence from spirit, and why I'm getting all of these psychic hits. So I started actively developing my psychic and my mediumship abilities. And it was through that journey that I began to heal, that I began to see a different side of myself and see a completely different viewpoint of life. And that's why I'm so passionate about giving people the stage to trust themselves, because psychic and mediumship work is merely just a gateway back to who you are. There's so many different paths back home to you. And for me, developing my psychic skills and mediumship skills was my opening point. It was everything. And it didn't even it helped me so much feel better about who I am and really get to know me at such a deeper level. But it also instilled a faith, in something greater, a faith in something so much more powerful than I ever would have imagined. And that's why when it comes to the path of spiritual growth, when it comes to the path of personal development and healing, I like this route, because it's through this journey of testing your skills and learning how to trust your intuition and knowing how your intuition speaks to you. You begin to build a confidence, not only within yourself, but within the divine. And your faith becomes unshakable. And right now, in this world, there's so many changes happening. For the past hundreds of years, we were in an age of being told what to believe in. We were in an age where people told us who we were, what we were meant to do, what we were meant to believe in, how we should act, how we should be. And now that has turned. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about the age of Aquarius, which we are in right now. And it's the age of information. It's the age of truth. It's the age of expansion. And right now, we are being called as leaders, as light workers, as healers, to be the people that are on the front line, to be the people who take the first step, to be the people who put their fear to the side and lead. The world right now doesn't need more psychics talking about P. Diddy and Britney Spears. We don't need any more psychics talking about how they fucking channeled Kobe Bryant. We don't need our gifts to be used in ways for entertainment. We need our gifts to light the path for others. Our innate ability to connect to spirit is our birthright. We do it. You do it on a consistent basis. They whisper to you all the time. You might just think that it's you. You might just think that, you're making something up. But I promise you, your guides are more connected to you than you think possible. Your loved ones are more connected to you than you think possible. As humans, we're meant to live a human life. We're meant to feel the emotions. We're meant to have the heartbreaks. We're meant to get inside our heads. We're meant to stub our toe. That's the human experience. But as souls, as spirit, we're meant to be of service. And we are meant to trust something far greater than who we are. And sometimes that's hard. That's the hardest part, honestly, is trusting, right? Raise your hand and be totally honest. If being wrong about your intuition is the scariest thing for you. I'm sorry for laughing, but I read for some of you and I'm like, yeah, it said so in your charts. Yeah, I know. So now I want to know something else. How many times in your life, or how many times you've taken one of my intuition tests, okay? And you got the hit and you found out you got it right. But immediately after you got that intuitive hit, you said, I think I'm making this up. I think I could be wrong. Maybe this is just me. Oh, look at that. Like every time. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, congratulations to everyone who's raising your hand because you have a functioning, healthy human brain. Okay. Here's the thing that people need to understand when it comes to spiritual development and the human brain. Okay. We have well, it's three hemispheres, but the two main hemispheres of the human brain are the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Okay. The right hemisphere governs our creativity, our connection to the divine, our intuition, all of our creative world, like all of it. Okay. So the right hemisphere is our intuition. The left hemisphere is what governs our analytical thinking, our logic, our trying to make sense of. And what happens when we get a psychic hit, when we get an intuitive hit, what happens is this. It comes through your right hemisphere, okay? And then immediately after, neural nets are created and it goes into the left hemisphere, which then tries to make logic sense of it, which then tries to analyze it, tries to put two and two together. So when you get an intuitive hit and then you say, I could be wrong, well, congratulations. That's literally just what happened. How do we get rid of that? How do we kind of bypass the logical human brain? Unfortunately, we don't. We don't. There are two things that you can do to help it, to silence it, to make it a little easier for you. And that's one, meditation. And two, building your faith. That's all that's all we can do. I can give you so many tools You can download ESP Trainer by a company called Casino on your phone. Okay. That's a little psychic test that you can do. You can continue to do my intuition tests. You can play games with yourself. You can grab my psychic starter kit, which has a ton of exercises there for you. But unfortunately, all of that cannot change your human brain. It's not going to happen. The only two things that can help it is to build your faith and to train your mind. So, what I want to do now is I want us to sit and I want us to do just a very quick sitting in the power. Okay. I want us to just kind of silence our minds. We're going to do a body scan actually, because I want you to really tune into your own energy. And then I want you to tune in after we meditate and feel the difference. Okay. So, wherever you are right now, I want you to get nice and comfortable. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to just start taking a couple of big deep breaths. And with every exhale, I just want you to release any tension, any stress. Just let go. Just be with yourself. Be in your body. And I want you to take one big deep inhale in, hold at the top, and exhale, unclenching your jaw, lowering your shoulders, just allowing yourself to be present. And I want you to go ahead and I want you to tune into your physical body. Feel where there's any tightness. Feel what's going on your skin, in your organs. Just really tuning into this layer of yourself, the physical layer, with no judgment, just simply observation. Just taking note of what's going on physically. Now I want you to tune in to the next layer. And that's your mental layer. What's going on in your head? What thoughts are present? What thoughts are taking up way too much space? Again, with no judgment. Just taking note. And lastly, we're going to go into the emotional layer. What emotions are with you right now? How are you feeling? Again, we're just observing with no judgment. What emotions are in your heart? What emotions are in your head? Again, just taking note, just observing. Now I want you to bring your attention down to the bottoms of your feet. And I want you to begin envisioning roots coming from the bottoms of your feet, making their way down, down, going underneath the wood, the carpet, the concrete, going deeper and deeper. With every inch that you allow these roots to go deeper, you get a deeper sense of peace. You feel more centered. Just allowing these roots to go deep. Letting yourself be still. Letting yourself ground to the energy. Connect to earth energy. Just letting these roots grow deep and deep. Feeling so at peace, so relaxed. And then with your mind, even if you've never spoken to them before, I'd like you to invite your guides in, your angels, those that have watched over you since you've been born, those that have protected you and consoled you, even when you didn't know they weren't there. And I want you to invite your guides in at this time. And again, spirit is so simple, so incredibly simple. It's us that complicates it. And I want you to ask your guides, what do you need to know right now? What's the message that you need to hear for this chapter? Leaving the doubt, leaving the fear, leaving the what if, leaving the, oh, did I just make this up? No, you didn't. Just let the message be the message. You can start bringing yourself back into the room, back into your body, wiggling your toes, stretching your arms, feeling refreshed, rejuvenated. Now, here's the thing. I've already said this, but the world is changing. And where we're going as a collective is someplace that we're not going to be able to recognize, because this new earth that's coming does not look like what it is today. It looks like there's going to be a lot less churches and a lot less exposure on things that don't matter. Where we're going is going to be so different and so beautiful. And it's going to be so, a lot of us already feel it. A lot of us already know that this big change is coming. And it feels like we've already felt it, if that makes any sense. And it feels like there's a something that's pulling us if you're meant to be one of the ones at the front line. There's so many healers in this world, so many incredible healers. But it takes someone really, really special. And it takes someone with a lot of bravery and a lot of heart and a lot of compassion to be both a healer and a leader. Now, I read for nearly all of you. Raise your hand if I've read your soul contract. I know Amber, I know Nicole. Yeah, I've read. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to just be completely open and honest with you guys. In my soul contract, my personal soul contract, in my goals, I'm meant to be a teacher of teachers. And I've always known this. And that's why I very much have shied away from the traditional psychic reading, because I never wanted to give people the answers. I wanted to give them the tools. I wanted to create incredible healers. I wanted to create incredible teachers. That has been ingrained within me for a very long time. I never wanted to attract people that didn't see the potential within themselves. And that's why I stay with human design and soul contract, because I want to give you the blueprint to trust yourself. I want to give you the blueprint to prove to yourself that you got what it fucking takes. You don't need me to tell you how capable you are. You need to believe it yourself. And in my spiritual goals, I am here to be the teacher of teachers. 5-5. It's the teacher of teachers. So I tend to attract those that have it. They're leaders. They know they're leaders. They know that they can stand by themselves in what they believe in. They don't need to follow the crowd. They can be the one that walks alone. And they know that their people will eventually follow them. To be a spirit worker is not an easy job. I've said it time and time again through my mediumship journey. I didn't know how type A I was until I started to develop my mediumship. I thought I was so easy and laid back. I'm a Libra moon, guys. I am like very laid back, very like whatever. But it was when I went and I started to intentionally develop my communication to spirit, I realized that I had a lot of work to do internally. I had to let go of a lot of doubt and a lot of fear and a lot of insecurity and a lot of things that were not serving me. To be a spirit worker is truly like it's it's both a gift and a blessing because you are able to walk by yourself and you're able to just shine your light and you're embodying who you are meant to be is so easy. It's so easy. But it takes time and it takes patience and it takes perseverance and it takes relentless hope to get to that point. You have to learn to work with your brain. You have to learn to be able to control it. You have to learn that sometimes a lot of people in your path are not going to be at the finish line with you. It's the truth because you're committed to your growth, because you're committed to always learning. You're committed to humbling yourself and to screwing up and to just getting it wrong just so you can learn how to get it right. You're here to completely experience the human experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, but you're also here to build your faith within yourself and build your faith within spirit. And the thing about being a spirit worker is you don't have to do psychic and mediumship at the professional level. Some of the greatest spirit workers are nurses and doctors and therapists and teachers. Some of the greatest, most intuitive people I know are hairdressers. They're people who work with people, people who see people. You don't have to sit there with your tarot cards and stupid psychic sign and all of that to really make a massive impact in this world today. And right now, more than ever, we need bridges. We need those spirit workers. We need those people who are able to get outside their monkey minds and just be the bridge and just allow spirit to work through you. You know, I was in a coaching call before, and the conversation came up. And this is such an important conversation to have. And I think that it came up because I needed to talk about it with you guys. And that's the topic of listening. You know, when it comes to being a coach and when it comes to being a healer, we tend to forget the easiest thing, the absolute easiest thing. And that's just to listen. Listen to what the person has to say. Listen to try and understand. Don't listen to respond and to just throw advice their way. Because when we take that time to actually listen, listen to their tone, listen to the words they use, feel into the energy, that's when we can uncover so much. That's when we can really make transformation happen for that person. And it's in those tiny moments of just listening and being still and just creating a safe container for somebody. You don't have to do any work. They'll transform on their own. You will quite literally see people blossom in front of you if all you do is just listen. Right, Kef? So now we're going to talk I'm going to give you guys a bunch of tools when it comes to psychic and mediumship development and becoming the bridge. So I already told you guys about the ESP trainer by Casino. When I downloaded it to my phone, it was free, but someone was telling me it's like $1.99 now or 99 cents. When I tell you that I play it every single day, it's very simple. It's just good to have. You wait, you know, it's just great to have. I play it at the bus stop while I'm waiting for my kid. Another thing that you can do, again, is you can get my psychic starter kit that literally has so many exercises that you can start incorporating into your life. And then another thing, if mediumship is where you want to go, you can check out Tony Stockwell's Sitting in the Power. That's on YouTube. I think it's also on Spotify if you check it out. And last but not least, I want to talk about my upcoming program, Spirit Worker. Spirit Worker is my 10-month mediumship and psychic development mentorship. This is the bridge. This is such an incredible program. And the great thing about this program is that it's not one where you buy it and you do it, at your own time and space. This is all live. We're here like this. I'm talking to you. I'm connecting with you. You're in it. I have found through my journey and having this business, I see transformation in live interaction. I see transformation in programs where I am able to be there with you, where I can coach you through things, where I can guide you. I've seen so many people just completely transform, like quickly, because I'm able. Kif, go ahead, Kif. Did you mean to raise your hand? Okay.
No,
There you
I
go.
did. Honestly, like it's the truth. Like working with you in this container is so transformational. I mean, it's 4 weeks in and I feel like a completely different person. And I can't say thank you enough, to be honest.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Kif is an Elevation Academy, and she's just like the transformation that's happening. It's like it's insane. Amber as well. And Spirit Worker is 10 months long. I can only imagine what we're all going to look like at the end of it, because it's just going to be absolutely incredible. I've incorporated weekend workshops into it every other month, where the weekend workshops are pretty crazy because it's 10 to 4 Saturday and Sunday, and we do so much work and we see such miracles transform. Like, it is insane. And we have spiritual development virtual circles throughout. And until Monday, if you enroll in Spirit Worker, you're going to get bi-monthly one-on-one sessions with me. Okay. That in and of itself, that's 5 sessions. That's $300 a pop. It's basically the cost of the whole program. So it's really quite incredible. And I'm so, so excited for this program because, like I said, it's what we need right now. It really is what we need. I don't think that people need another $99 online course. I think what they need is community. I think what they need is someone to be there for them, to believe in them. And that's why I've created this program like this, because it's unlike anything else. Like, I've done so many different sorts of programs, virtual, pre-recorded and everything, but it's when you're able to have this live connection, just kind of like a live concert, I guess. I mean, people are paying ridiculous amounts to go to live events now. And I'm like, I used to go to concerts. And pay crazy money, but it's the live. It's being present, it's being there, it's being able to sit in a container of like-minded souls and really like feel seen and really feel like, oh, I'm not the only one going through this. And that's why Spirit Worker is going to be So incredible. And like I said, if you decide to enroll before Monday, you're getting 5 one-on-one sessions with me throughout the 10-month period, which really truly gives you that mentorship experience. Okay. It really truly gives you everything you possibly can need while you are developing your psychic and your mediumship skills. Okay. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and I want to do a little bit of energy work before we close this down. Okay. Now, I got to do a freaking, oh my God. How do I even like Kevin Amber knows how I work, but long story short, developed my psychic and my mediumship abilities 2 years ago, had a crazy activation happen where all of my psychic skills changed and shifted, and then I started to see things differently when it came to people's bodies, and I started doing psychic surgeries. Okay. Psychic surgeries are quite powerful, and in Spirit Worker I will be doing some psychic surgeries. And we can always do psychic surgeries in the one-on-ones if that's what you feel called to do. But after that activation, all of my spiritual gifts like just kind of blew up, I guess. And I was started to channel things and channel light language and everything. And now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do some of that right now to close out. Okay. Now, here's the thing, guys, my voice might change. Um, you might not feel anything. You might feel a whole bunch of stuff. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm just giving you some codes just for some energy clearing. Okay. So the best thing that you can do right now is to just be present. Have an open heart and an open mind. Allow yourself to be open. Your guides are already with you. Okay. I'm not going to do some weird shit. Well, it is going to be weird, but it, you you get what I'm picking down. Let's just do this because I'm already feeling it. Okay. So everybody, I want to just get nice and comfortable. Now, what I need you guys to do is I don't want you guys having anything crossed. Okay. So no arms crossed, no legs crossed, nothing that blocks energy. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Close your eyes and just start by taking a couple of big deep breaths. Allowing yourself to be open. Letting go and letting God. Tatay okay. Usha tatay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Take 3 deep breaths again. Releasing any tension, lowering your shoulders, unclenching your jaw. Now I want you guys to really kind of open up your chest, get your shoulders back. Three, two, one. Just deep breaths. The next one, I'm going to be targeting the throat area. Okay, now here's the thing. You might get an itchy throat. You might feel like you need to cough. You might feel like you have a hairball. You might not feel anything. It is what it is. Whatever is going on with you, okay, just let it happen. So if you feel like you need to cough, if you feel like you need to, I don't know, drink water, just let it happen. Okay. I'm pushing whatever is happening in the throat section right now. Call upon the light council. I request crystalline energy be sent to these people. Just accept it. Thank you. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Deep breaths. If you need to grab water, grab water. Okay. Okay. Ooh, holy crap. Kiff and Amber, how are you? Okay. Awesome. Okay. How is everybody else? Do you have any questions? Is everybody feeling good? Did everybody feel the shift? Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So let's go ahead, and I want to go ahead and we're going to close down, because here's the thing. Here's another thing that people don't get. I'm just telling all my secrets. So when there's a container like this, when there is any sort of sacred container where spirit is working with us, spirit is working through us, it's quite powerful. Okay. We're co-creating with spirit. We are being the bridges. We are being channels in which spirit speaks through, right? And we need to honor that. We need to honor that these containers that we're in, we're merely just spectators. We're allowing spirit to work through us. We're allowing ourselves to get out the way and let spirit work with us and be here with us and be present with us. And something that I do is I really take these containers, these one-on-one containers, these live containers very, very seriously, because that's what my guides have told me to do. And that's why I do what I do. So I want to take a minute and I want us to close our eyes. And let's bring ourselves back into the body. And let's take those 3 deep breaths again. With every exhale, just letting go. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing this container to life. Thank you so much for letting these people find this path, for being here, for being present, for answering the call to their soul. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the bridge in which Spirit speaks through. And you can just take a moment to thank your own guides. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for being here. If you guys have any questions whatsoever about the Spirit Worker program, discovery calls are open. Okay, we can hop on a call. We can see if this is the right fit for you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. We have we have a great group of ladies already in Spirit Worker. It's all high vibes. It's very chill. It's very like laid back. It's a great place to be. I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys. I Oh, Nicole, yes. Thank you. Is there a link to sign up? Yes, there is, guys. I'm going to be emailing you guys the replay of this, and it's going to have information on how to book a discovery call or book with me. Or just, set up the payment plan and everything like that. Again, Monday is the last day to grab the 5 one-on-ones with me. I would love to do some psychic surgeries in those one-on-ones. So if, again, I just want to like point it out, I have people that I would love to watch me do psychic surgeries because they're wanting to do psychic surgeries. So if you're open to that, I would love to do that. But I will be emailing everybody the link to the replay, and I will see you guys around the internet. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.